Hello and welcome back, all you amazing, wonderful, and very nice people out there in Dota 2 world. We're here taking a look at the shots of Poland, getting ready for game number 2 of Secret versus Gambit at the ESL One Katowice tournament. I was going to say major, but that's not what it is. Maybe next time. I'm sure
it feels like a major.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Good format as well.
I love it. You got to love it. Folks, how you doing?
Good. Excited. I want to see what happens in game number 2. So it is, I think it's likely now that with Secret winning the first game, they are the #1 seed.
Yes.
If they tie, then it depends on the results of OG and Forward. But at the moment, OG have already won their first game. They won it in like 13 minutes or something. So I think Secret are now, as I understand it, they're locked in #1. In the group pretty much. So maybe we'll see something clowny in game number 2, maybe some Pudge or something. But
I'd love to see it.
I'm keen to see also what Gambit still have. I want to see if Affinage can have a better game 1v1 against the formidable force that is mid-1.
Yeah, it was a tough matchup for him. Mid-1 just kind of rolled on him. No rotations coming out from Gambit, and Shadowfiend has to go jungle to recover. There's other heroes can't put that much of a pressure on other lanes. It's at one point it's gonna fall apart.
And you're not going to be surprised by the Monkey King pick either,
no.
right? It's not like this is something that mid-1 is only just pulling out for this game. He's been playing it over and over and over again. I would say it's probably even his like go-to mid right now. And we had this situation where the Monkey King gets a kill. He's at 2.2k net worth. The Shadow Fiends just burned 2 salves and a TP. He's got 900 net worth. That was a total stomp on the mid lane.
Well, and you talk about it, I don't remember which one of you was bringing it up, but the Rubik at the time the gank happened was just level 1. And so he just had Fade Bolt, couldn't do anything. And a large part of that was that Puppey on the Jakiro had zoned him completely out of experience range because Rubik can't really handle that Jakiro just running at him. So if you sort of fall behind like that, then it means that your mid lane is more open to getting jumped on.
It's about all these small mistakes adding up, going to one point where it's a huge mistake, and then you're playing from behind. If he stayed at the lane, got level 2, you expect Rubik to gank mid when Shadowfiend is level 3 or level 5, so he can land 3 raises on a Monkey King, which is a secured kill, but he was only level 1.
Tough stuff indeed. We're waiting for all the players to hop into the lobby. It looks like they're just starting to get into that one. But still, as far as like the way that they go into the next round of games as well, you've got Gambit and Secret. Both of them are going to be moving on in the upper bracket. That we know at this point. And they're going to be facing off against either Fnatic or one of the other teams from Group B. I'll do a quick little check there. Chaos or NIP are likely the candidates. Do you think that Secret would rather play against one of Chaos or NIP more?
I don't think Secret cares, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think they're too stressed.
You don't think they want to like get a little bit of revenge on PPD, the great old rivalry?
But they have rivalry with players on both teams, right?
That's a good point.
They've got it's like it's kind of a revenge match either way. So doesn't really matter.
That's fair. So just chaos and revenge is going to be the name of the game for both of these teams. I like that idea. It'll be fun. It won't be any elimination matches that we'll be happening today. Again, for anybody that's just tuning in right now, the schedule for today, we're going to be taking a look at this game. Then we have one more best of 2 that's going to continue on from Group B. And then afterwards, we're going to be playing the first of the best of 3s in the upper bracket. So that right now, again, is looking to be Secret, Gambit, Fnatic, and one of Chaos or NIP. And yeah, Fnatic versus NIP is going to be the next one. That's going to be an exciting match too. I like that one.
Yeah, that should actually be pretty good. NIP were looking quite good yesterday. Fnatic have been looking pretty good the whole time. So we'll maybe get to see some action there.
I don't know. Depends which NIP decides to show up today.
Yes, for sure.
They can look so good in game number 1. In game number 2, spell casting is really off point. Some drafts issues that we discussed yesterday. So it really depends how they decide to approach this VO2.
I love it. You're just so like diplomatic in how you say it, but I can tell behind all of that there's like this
little anger, man. Because when they formed, I tweeted out about the PPD that this team has a lot of potential. That I'm really looking forward to see what they can do. And from that, it was not as good as I expected.
Yeah. Who's your favorite player on NIP?
It was Saksa for quite some time, but he's also kind of underperforming. I feel like this team doesn't have a star player. Like you can't really pick one of the players and say, yeah, this is the best player on the team.
In the past, it would have been 3-3 on the old Optic. But I don't know if it's just like
that team was built around him.
Yeah, I'm not
100%.
sure if it's like them not enabling him now or if he's fallen off. I know it can be tough to like remain in the very top performance and be that star player for a long time. But whatever the case is, they need that. I think somebody that makes the enemy team ban against you in particular.
Fata looked like beast yesterday, especially in that game on Night Stalker. What did he have? Like
23-1 or something? 23-1-14.
He ended on a 22 kill streak.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Which was odd too, because then the previous game before that, he didn't look good on the Razor. He was like 4th from the bottom net worth at the end of the game. So to me, at least, it's sort of odd that like they just need to get him on the right hero. It was because they had decided to save his hero for last. So maybe Fata can be that guy.
And then he looked good on the Timber in the last game.
Yeah.
As well. He got like back-to-back kills on Weeha's Pango. And then that game got interesting.
Yeah, it was what we used to call Clown Fiesta.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
I don't even remember everything that happened.
A little bit of
game.
3-2-2. But do you remember Ace buying back into TPN into dying again? I remember that.
Actually, I remember that now that you said it. Jeez, that
sorry,
was rough.
I know you've suppressed the memory, Gabe, but
that entire game was just nutso. It was crazy. But we also potentially have another game that will hopefully be nutso for all you fine folks out there. Players are connecting.
If we load.
I shouldn't have spoke too soon because this always happens, and now we're not going to load in.
Gabe.
Blame me. This is my fault. I'm sorry, guys.
Everybody tweet at Lyrical Dota.
So what happens? No. What happens here? What's the issue with the players or casters not loading?
Usually, if we're in the China server, then it's the English casters that aren't loading.
Where do you think we are, Gabe?
We're not in China, so I don't know.
Are you pointing fingers?
There's no fingers being pointed.
Blame China.
But if I did have to point a finger, it's right there. That's where I'm pointing. They can't see it though, so they don't know.
Ah, okay.
Let me just check what you pointed at.
Let's point at Scriff. Scriff's over there somewhere.
That's definitely true.
Through a couple of walls, but he can hear us.
Looks like the teams are ready to get started, so hopefully all of this stuff is going to get sorted out. But yeah, I don't know why it is exactly, but just something about the Great Firewall, a lot of ping that goes on, lost packets, stuff like that. We haven't had as much of like the inability to watch the games though. That's been kind of gone from Dota, it feels like. There haven't been that many of just like slideshow Dota, I feel like.
That's true. I think you still see it a little bit with some of like the NA casters connecting into China games, but it's not as much as it used to be. Because we did used to have all those problems. I remember that there were so many BTS casts where it was just like, hey, next slide, please, for this Dota game.
It's like the Tinker March that's just lines of them going down, and you can see it the whole way. I cast so many of those games.
The technology that we have right now, we should be grateful for it. In Dota 1, you could not reconnect to a game if you disconnected.
That's true.
So there was this client called RGC where you could actually reconnect. It was mind-blowing at the time.
You old man, you.
I'm old. I don't look old.
We were just reminiscing today about MYM Prime Defend. It's like 11 years ago now. Dota 1. What was the prize pool? Third place was $150.
$150.
Yeah.
Hey.
If you split that on 5 players, that's $30, and then you pay taxes, so you're left with 20.
$30. You got to pay the taxes. And keep your affairs in order, ladies and gents. All right, so we see we'll try again, and then FNG said help, and then there was some weird emoji in there that I don't know what that one is. But regardless,
it's an angry emoji.
Is it? Okay. It looks like a little pound sign. Everybody says hashtag now. Are you guys a hashtag or are you a pound type of person? Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hashtag. You got to keep up.
Okay. Maybe I'm the old man now.
Yeah, no, I'm team hashtag.
Team hashtag? It's pound.
Sorry, Grandpa.
All right, they're getting ready to hop into this one. OG versus For the Dream finished in 12 minutes last time. I can see in client that they're at 13 minutes and 50 seconds. So there's progress being made on that front at least. FTD able to stick around a little bit longer in this tournament. So we are just loading in yet again.
I mean, this is their final minutes of this event, unfortunately. They are already mathematically eliminated. But they gave us a pretty sweet game or two against... that one game against Secret was pretty hype.
It is sort of a sad thing that like China does not get as much of this international stage as I feel like they used to, because there's still so many freaking good teams that are playing, and it's like they're not necessarily in contention for tier 1, but there are easily a bunch of teams that are on Gambit's level, I would say, in China.
I think Chinese tier 2, even tier 3 scene is the strongest for sure.
Yeah.
But they are, I feel like China is still getting enough spots in all of the qualifiers and all of the majors and minors to, if those teams are there, they have the opportunity to show it. I don't think China is wanting for opportunity. And sometimes it can be difficult to tell with the Chinese teams because they can look good locally and then they go to international lands and kind of underperform a little bit. Or at least that's been the recent trend. But we are in, it used to be a little bit more cyclical and it feels like it's, well, maybe I'm being a little bit revisionist here, but it feels like Chinese Dota hasn't been at like full power for a little while. Though, you think back to just the last TI and LGD are still looking amazing.
Really good,
But, Chinese teams are doing okay at MDL, I think, as well. I mean, there are a lot of them at that event, so it makes sense that some of them have decent results, but...
Yeah, I guess, and I think that part of the reason, too, that you do sometimes see Chinese teams not look as good at these international events is because a team that only plays regionally won't have that exposure to other scenes, right? And that's going to naturally make you a better team as well.
Yeah, you can see when Chinese team is playing against either Southeast Asian team or other Chinese teams that these games are really tense and the skill level is the same, but they don't practice as much against other regions as, let's say, Europe, because Europe play against the USA, even if they tend to relocate before the LAN event a week ago, they practice against some of the local teams.
Yeah, that's true. And you can even potentially maybe get...
This is the reason why Europe is the strongest region.
China tends to have kind of their own meta a little bit more than other regions as well. I would say that they are sometimes a bit more insulated meta-wise, and sometimes that can look amazing when their meta is like the right meta or it matches up well against the foreign, the outside of China meta. But sometimes they come and their priorities are different and they just kind of get exposed because they're not borrowing as many things from the other teams. So it can go both ways. It can be a strength and it can be a disadvantage.
Right. Well, and I guess the other thing to think about there, too, is like there's probably a psychological element to it where you don't necessarily want to try out a ton of different things, either because you believe in your strategy or because if, it looks pretty bad, there's a lot of people that are waiting to take your spot right underneath you, too, which is spooky.
That's true.
It's very, very spooky. But we have remade the lobby. We've got 10 out of 10 in here.
Cross your fingers, everybody, please.
Everybody
I want Dota.
Send good thoughts to the servers, and everything is going to be okay. Just send your energy right into the little cords that go into your computer, and positivity is going to rain down.
Just
it's the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Is that how that song goes?
You lost me, kid.
Grandpa again. Grandpa. It's not good. It ain't great.
You're not hip with the kids anymore.
Whatever, twinsies. Look at these two.
That's all you got, huh? Gabe?
It's not great. It's not
You're
good.
just jealous of us because we're wearing the freshest clothes, hanging out with hottest dudes.
This guy gets it. This guy understands. Not me, though. Sad, sad, sad me. So please
You're on the
wait
auto
for
chess
my
train,
co-caster.
though. Gabe.
I am.
You've got that going for you.
I'm a proud knight, too. And that means that I'm pretty terrible at that as well.
So how
fine.
do the ranks work? How many levels are there for each
There's
rank?
pawn, and then it goes 0 through 9, I believe. It might be 1 through 9. I'm not sure. And then you got knight, and then bishop, and then rook, and then queen. And I'm not sure if there's a king or not. King is kind of like... Do you guys play chess at all?
Yeah.
Okay, so like King it's a good piece, but it's sort of like it's
not the strongest
It's not the
piece.
strongest piece. It's a very strong piece, I would say, particularly in like the late game. But in the early game, you're not really moving that sucker around all that much.
So what does that have to do with auto chess ranks?
That maybe it's not in the rank. I don't know. That's the
Okay.
thought.
All right.
I've only seen it up
I
to
kind of
Queen.
follow. We went in one direction, and then you're like,
Yeah.
oh, and the king is like the.
Exactly. You're picking up what I'm putting down.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Synergy, Gabe.
we will
Synergy.
see.
All right,
and-
we're in.
Nice. We don't have to waffle anymore. We can watch some Dota. See whatever interesting picks we have coming our way. What will Zai play this time?
Radiant team back.
That's a good question. Zai usually tends to play, at least in this meta, some intelligence hero on the offlane.
Your Lesh, your Lion. What else have we seen him on? Not too much. They've been getting Lesh a lot, so haven't really had to put him on too many different heroes.
No. I think it's a good idea to take the Lesh out of the pool, though, for Gambit.
They banned the Nature's Prophet this time on Gambit, but Secret didn't. They had the opportunity to pick it last game, and they didn't go for it.
Team Secrets turn to
And
battle.
okay, Kunkka banned instead. I didn't watch the specific game, but people were saying some not so nice things about Zai's Kunkka. But it looks like
Like
Gambit
what?
still have
Give me an example.
Like that he missed combos.
Oh.
It's not nice. Oh, I guess it's not nice. It's factual. But
I think that offlane Kunkka is actually pretty
Radiant
good.
team pick.
oh, the Nyx Assassin draws a ban. Okay. Gambit, did they take the Lesh away?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. All right. Well, Secret now, they've been playing the Lesh. Do they have the secret anti-Lesh strats?
I see what you
Secret,
did there.
secret,
I see what you
anti-last
did there.
strat.
Secret
Wow.
strats, yep.
I mean, I don't even really know what
10
that would
seconds remaining.
be. Like, you kind of need lockdown. You also want burst.
Do they still want the Maiden
5 seconds remaining.
in this spot, or will they like take Enigma? Which Yapzor hero will they go for? You made a good point the other day, Gabe, that I liked about the I think with the Leshrac being picked, Rubik almost misses having his old null field.
Yeah.
I think if it was old Rubik and or even maybe pre-nerf Rubik, he got a couple of little nerfs recently with some of the telekinesis, lift duration, and stuff like that. I feel like Secret would snap pick Rubik in this position, but
Team
not going to go for it.
Secrets turn to pick.
Oh, they want the Enigma. Okay.
Any CMs?
So then it would have to be like Puppy,
Radiant
Enigma, or
team
CM,
pick.
right?
Pretty
Life
safe.
Stealer's good against Leshrac, that's for sure.
Well, Leshric's not bad against Lifestealer either. Because if he's isolated, has one defensive item, Edict deals a lot of damage, and he can actually
That's true.
chase the Lifestealer because both of them are speedy.
The Ursa comes to mind here for Gambit, but I don't know if you want to run that with
Yeah,
the
I think-
Leshrac.
I think it is.
Secrets
Seems
turn
good.
to ban.
I just kind of wonder now, you have out of your offlaner most likely not hard disable unless you have like a setup for it. So they're going to need to make up for that somewhere else in their draft.
They could play Lesh as 5 if they
Okay.
feel like it. FNG has really wide hero pool. Maybe it was just a steal pick. This is
Team Secrets
what I'm
turn
curious
to
about.
ban.
Venomancer was being out in second stage twice in a row. I gotta
It-
check
it
if
is-
Team Secret
It
actually
is really
played
good.
Veno.
It's really good against Ursa. It's a really annoying hero for Ursa to have to play against. Like, you can't blink. You've constantly got damage over time on you. You're slowed. It really kites you to no end.
And this could also be one of the things where like they've scrimmed
5
against each other and
seconds
Veno has
remaining.
come up at some point.
Could be. I wonder if Gambit would consider doing something kind of old school and going for if they're going to consider running the Lesh as a support or even as a core, we could see maybe a Shadow Demon or a Bane coming in here, and they could just
Bane is
run
banned
around.
out, but Shadow
Yeah.
Demon, it could work.
Yeah, SD plus Lesh. SD is decent against the Lifestealer. They've got the setup. Could be pretty good.
This is interesting.
10
Bounty
seconds
Hunter banned.
remaining.
It feels like
Immersion.
teams realize that bounty is kind of a counter to a life stealer, at least in the laning stage. I'm not gonna say it's a counter, but there's a
you
reason
literally
why
just
these
said it's a
teams are banning out bounty whenever there's a life stealer.
Sure. It does slow down the life stealer a little bit, but I don't think I consider it a convincing
Radiant
counter.
team pick.
Okay.
Oh
Alright,
man,
this
this
is
hero
gonna
is
Huskar.
so good against both of the heroes on Gambit. Against Slash, magical damage, even though he has a lot of physical. Against Ursa, one of the better heroes.
So you can Fate's Edict, or you can also just purge off the overpower.
Yeah.
Yeah. The disarm
10
is super
seconds
useful.
remaining.
So Secret not going to have a whole lot
seconds
of
remaining.
ganking necessarily from their supports, but their style always anyway is having Zai and mid one on those good ganking heroes, and they're picking them pretty late in the draft, so they've got the opportunity to get some good matchups and make sure that they do have that actual kill threat on those two.
The one thing that's a little scary about this by taking the Oracle is it does give a very easy target for who Ursa wants to go on. Like if you can blow up that Oracle at the start of the fight, oftentimes the rest of things can fall out okay if you have pretty good team fight around
Just
it.
don't get caught.
Exactly. That's the answer.
That's how you counter Ursa.
And I guess the counter initiation is there too with Enigma. Just black hole him afterwards. Just don't get caught.
So Ursa's going for Midas as well. It's going to give the Oracle a little bit more time to not necessarily get any huge items, but if he can even get to an Aether Lens, then it becomes infinitely easier to position yourself. Gambit take the Lion for themselves. Okay.
Another hero that gets owned by Fate's Edict.
They've got some good chain stun, Lion plus Lesh, but
I think this goes back to what we were sort of talking about, where you need to make up for the lack of hard control out of your offlaner.
yeah. Interesting that they, again, the same point that you made in the first game, Lyrical, that interesting that they go for the Lion instead of, say, the Rasta.
Yeah, they're lacking that tower push right now.
I mean, they have Edict.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's okay.
Ah,
let's make a
Gross.
comparison. In the previous game, if, let's say, that Lion was Shadow Shaman, they wouldn't be able to dominate the lane that hard. Also, how many
No.
kills they got because of the finger. I think he had 5 extra charges 15 minutes in.
Secrets turn to battle.
All right. This is a good pickup. They don't have any kind of disables so far. The only one they have is Oracle's Root, Enigma stuns, but he has enough time to get out.
Secret can still pick a different mid hero, though,
10
right? They're not
seconds
completely locked into having the
Now,
Viper.
this could be offlane
Oh,
Viper.
this is the first Viper of the tournament. Not too surprised that it's the first one of the tournament. Why did they take Viper here? What's the thought from you guys?
I think it's just the slows against the Ursa. It's good at kiting him. It's a tanky hero that they can another tanky hero to kind of have frontline against the Lesh.
I guess there's the extra magic resistance
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
Feels like it could be offlane, but they might put it mid. Viper against Storm Spirit is a really good matchup for Viper.
So is it going to be a Zyper?
Zyper could be. They need a stun for sure on
Yeah.
on last hero. Either stun or silence.
Anything to like set up, because if you have that initial one to go, then like Oracle can follow up with the root, or you can have like just a black hole afterwards. Traditionally, it would be a DK.
Could they pick Pango here?
Just go for the lucky shot.
Sure.
Hey.
Actually, I mean, either Lucky Shot is super annoying for Storm Spirit and Ursa. Both of those heroes, the disarm or the silence, is pretty backbreaking. But it's not the most reliable of initiations, so I think they might want a more solid stun.
DK. The other route is to just like go Pugna and just push. Although they have a lot of burst. Is anything else
Not too many carry heroes left in the pool. If they want to go for like a troll or a phantom lancer, maybe,
5 seconds remaining.
and put Ursa on the off lane, play against the lifestealer.
Yeah, could do.
Or do they want to get a hero with like a team fighting potential, something beefy, like a Tide Hunter maybe?
Secret's read on it is that they're still looking for another carry,
Yeah.
right? They banned the Jug, so their opinion is that that's what Gambit are looking for. Probably Lesh Lion, 2 supports, Ursa offlane, like you're saying, and then Storm Spirit mid. If you are Gambit, are you worried about, like, you're not really that worried about like a Pugna necessarily, right? It's just, it'd be weird for Secret. It's not the catch that they need. They could play this super 5-manny, but I like the Pango ban.
Now this hero is great. The second hero that can cut into a backline, find Oracle. It's great against Enigma. He's silenced before Enigma can get a BKB. Hard to catch.
Yeah, it's nice. Gambit aren't really reliant on any long cooldowns at all. They can just kind of run at you constantly. They do have to wait for nighttime somewhat, but all of their heroes have good kill potential. They've got one of these lineups where they can put any 2 heroes together and just go and find kills. But Secret are playing this looking very 5-man, very push heavy.
What a weird draft.
It is strange. It's very light on lockdown.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
It's gonna be Zai on a lifestealer.
I don't really like Team Secret's draft that
I
much.
don't like it either.
I don't know.
I feel like Gambit's lineup is really good at playing aggressive, a lot of stuns, good ways to deal with Oracle. All of their heroes are extremely speedy, hard to catch.
Maybe, again, it's one of those things where they know that they're through. They know they have the first seed, so let's just go for it. Or maybe this is the new hotness. Maybe you're all going to be seeing the Viper mid and the Lycan together from here on out.
Maybe we're gonna see a Viper Lycan lifestealer tri-lane mid. Who knows?
Just all go mid. I could dig it. Okay, so Night Stalker. This hero to me has felt like somebody that if you don't have a good answer for it can just sort of wreak havoc on people. What is the answer to Night Stalker? How do you play around this guy?
You need stuns, you need 4 stabs, and you need BKBs. And Secret don't really have great answers to him, it feels like. So this is a nice
It's a really
last pick Night Stalker.
good Night Stalker game. He can just run away from Lycan. Lycan does not want to target either Night Stalker, Storm Spirit. He can't even control the Lion if the Lion spells are not on cooldown. So pretty hard game for Lycan, I would say.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see if they can deal with it. Game number 2 of Secret versus Gambit. It's going to be starting right now. All right, the faces of the men. Evil Puppy, as he's known as now, his little goatee. And the mass tips for Puppy.
Everybody tip Puppy. Let's do it. Even Yapster's tipping Puppy. Zai's tipping Puppy.
All right, where are we going? Any cool item builds at all? Storm Spirit? Just going for null tallies eventually, I guess. Yeah, he's fine.
Congrats.
Man, Mid Viper, is it back? Is this hero good? Like,
I think the hero can be picked more for sure. He received a couple of buffs. It feels like the hero is playable, especially if you want to break something. A Timber Saw. We've seen some Spectre as well.
30
So
seconds to battle.
he's a lane dominator, and I expect him to do really good in this kind of a matchup. A lot of spell damage coming out from Gambit. So it feels like a good Viper game.
It's a good Viper game. He is a little bit of a different hero from what he was before, it feels like, at least on the lane domination aspect. But still certainly solid and shouldn't have too much trouble against Storm Spirit.
Well, it does look like we're going to be able to trade off on those bounty runes, 2 apiece. Quick stun goes out there, the follow-up Earth Spike as well, and a few punches, but Immersion is going to need to back away as he does get caught by that root, and well, Zai, in the meantime, just going to TP out with it. Okay, fine and dandy.
All right, I guess they want to pressure the Lycan. If Secret want to, they can still swap the lanes back, so it's not a huge deal. Though neither one of their heroes really wants to lane against the Ursa, Lycan or the Lifestealer. Though I imagine that they're going to be sacking the Lifestealer a little bit more.
FNG misses the stun. We need wards. Classic example from your public game. Someone makes a mistake, blames position 5.
It doesn't quite work so well when you are position 5, but that's okay.
If you're position 5 and you type we need wards, it means that someone needs to help out with buying wards.
That's a
Gotcha.
good point. What he's saying is, Immersion, get your butt over here and buy me some wards. The Hawk is going to slow down a lot there. So he talked a little bit about the break mechanic. In this game, I guess it's just Fury Swipes and Hunter and the Knight, the main things that they're going to be trying to break as this goes on.
It's not super useful.
It's not going to be that great.
If you get to that 25 talent, though, get the Silence.
That sounds nifty.
Nether Toxin Silence is pretty brutal. That's a long way away, though. But you never know. With a Midas, anything is possible.
Anything is possible. Top lane, got Zai chasing. FNG drops the tree.
Bob Ross him.
Sadly, Zai's only level 1. Needed one more creep to have open wounds.
I've been seeing more and more people just eat the tree that the person drops, and it's like nothing happened.
It's value.
Yeah, that's right. But it's value for the other person.
Yes.
You're dropping him the tree.
Yeah. You sometimes see really nice plays where people put down the GG branch and then... Oh, one sec.
Uh-oh. To run. Actually, it's instead going to be FNG who's in a little bit of trouble. They have the Hex, though, and now the Chase. Fury's right, stacking up. He's going to juke back up towards the north here and healing up Zai.
Oh.
It's not First Blood. It's Puppy that
got
takes it.
Just.
Solo XP for the Hawk. All good. He's level 3 right now with 2 points in swipes.
Another root comes out there as well. This is going to be one of the more annoying things in lane, is you sort of have to wait for him to use the Fortune's End before you go for your overpower on Ursa.
Just don't use it.
Oh. If Secret keep playing all of this Enigma, I wonder what kind of answers we're going to start seeing. Silencer feels super dead. Maybe more Warlock? Like, to me, Warlock is a really nice hero to have. If you need a reliable way to cancel a black hole, then Warlock is a pretty solid choice.
Also, one thing that Gambit could do was to block the side spawn, so Enigma can't farm that.
Shut him down.
Yeah.
I mean, Enigma can still be a strong laner, though, just by virtue of, you know, bringing in those Eidolons and punching people. So it is kind of a conundrum.
We see more and more Enigma as a support, and he gets his items quickly because he gets gold from denying.
Right. Puppy gonna get ran at here.
Puppy got a first blood, so he has boots. He can play this game for a while with just these items.
They have an Orb of Venom picked up as well. Decent damage. Not going to be a kill.
Oh, but it does give Lifestealer a couple chances to get some denies and last hits there as well. And it's Ursa that is still a little bit in the lead there, bouncing back and forth.
It's good to tenderize him before the 5-minute bounce here spawns. And this wave should bounce off the tower pretty hard. It's actually going to be difficult for Gambit to maybe contest the 5-minute. This pull will change things a little bit. Yeah. It's going to be deep under their tower, actually.
Oh, look at the build on mid one.
Well, mid one, looking like he's going to... The dirt there, punches coming through. They do manage to find the kill.
No miss.
Oh, the Fairy Fire that he used when he was level 3, it was really unnecessary. It could keep him alive in this situation. He has the Road of Atos queued up. against the Storm Spirit. Root mechanic extremely good. Same goes for Night Stalker. Also synergizes well with his Nether Toxin. Nether Toxin got buffed, so he has 2 points in it.
Yapzor chased down a little bit. The slow comes out, able to find that split earth, and well, Yapzor trying to run back up towards the north to throw out the Manifest, and will, and Immersion. Looks like he's going to be able to pick up the kill on to Yapzor in top lane. Zai also going to go down. Puppy, seeing if he can turn this back around onto FNG. No more mana for the Purifying Flames. So Gambit finding themselves a couple.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Is the reason that this draft is so weird from Secret is because the two heroes that Zai and Mid1 are playing do not rotate really at all? Like, compare Lion and Monkey King to Viper and Lifestealer.
Yeah, Oracle can't even rotate.
Yeah.
It's pretty static lineup, I guess. They just want to build up the items, get Helm of the Dominator on Lycan, pressure the towers, Enigma Eidolons.
Oh, good Fate's Edict, and they immediately have to run away. He's like, yeah, no, that's not happening. Yeah, it does kind of feel like it's just chilling. Like, compare Viper to the Monkey King, like you were saying, Basecamp. It's just, it doesn't really do anything. And now it's going to be Afterlife that can make things happen if he wants to on that Night Stalker, since it is nighttime.
They should just rotate the hero to his lane and try to grab a kill. Because Knight is going to be still up for 3+ minutes, and he wants to be able to get some kills, but he also wants to farm the lane.
Immersion moves into position, finds the stun, but the Malefice on the Night Stalker. He's not feeling that comfortable moving further forward.
FNG, this should get rewarded. It's being pinged out.
That hurts so much.
Puppy nose.
When you get
We need
dewarded like
wards.
that.
That's the other classic right there. It's like you immediately get dewarded and you say, the enemy has vision here, guys. Oh, not getting the overload proc there. He's in the Nether Toxin. Silence. Stun comes out. If they can kill off Nisha, this would be pretty good for them. And Immersion able to find another kill. And this is the thing too, is it's like, it's static lanes, but they're also sort of losing them.
Yep.
They want to wrap around. They want to grab this kill on Enigma, who's only level 4.
Seeing if they can do it. Afterlife kind of low on HP, but it doesn't really matter that much unless they bring in a bunch of heroes. And Nisha also showed up here.
It's about those little things. Night Stalker, you need to put your branch from backpack for extra HP, mana.
He's getting a bottle instead.
Should backpack that other branch while he's bottling to get a little bit of extra HP and mana. He's got
That
an
as well.
arcane rune. never mind. He's got a full refill.
Oh, the Arcane Rune with the Dark Ascension sounds pretty nice.
Yeah, sounds pretty sweet.
I love the bottle pickup. He's full HP right now, can come back to a lane. Shrine was used already, so they can put the pressure. Nighttime still up and running for more than a minute.
Secret's plays this game really are just group up a couple of heroes and walk in a building, right?
Oh, there it is. And immediately people TP down bottom in numbers. 4 showing up for this one, and FNG's like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah, you don't want to chase Night Stalker for sure.
That was for that deny. And when they immediately TP 4, all the other lanes are going to get pushed out by Gambit. Mid being pressured by Afro Ninja, and up top they're going to also see if they can do something with 2 points in Edict on this Leshrac. Could be pretty good. I mean, there isn't a response now from Secret for this, right? Like, they TP'd everybody bottom.
No, they don't have deep push either. So just the creeps hitting the entire time. Zai's best option is to drag the creep
Radiant
wave.
structures are fortified.
Mana Boots Viper coming into your public games, boys.
It's already there with us.
Welcome to my world. Chase forward here, seeing if they can find Nisha, and Storm Spirit diving forward for this kill onto Yapzor. The silence onto Puppey means they can't do it, but going in pretty deep. It was going to be a kill onto FNG. Still with Storm Spirit staying alive, the Fate's Edict and the runaway. They need to back out from Nisha. Mid one also found the kill on Immersion while all this was happening, and we'll find a second here as Zai goes down to Hawk.
All right, trades all across the map. Nice to see Secret getting a couple of kills. They do need it.
Viper has so much farm. Maxing out Nether Toxin, farming both lane and jungle, sitting on 90 CS 10 minutes in.
Yeah, they desperately need this Atos for the catch that's going to provide. I'm interested to see how the Storm chooses to respond to this. Like, he is just going to go for the Kaya initially, but if he dies to the Atos a couple of times, maybe he gets forced into an earlier BKB. The Yule
he doesn't need BKBs
like
either. Yule Scepter, or if he wants to get like a team fighting item that can help the teammates, a 4-staff against the lifestealer. It's so good. Just push himself out of the Rod of Atos. Can you actually do that?
I think so. Black Hole just gonna turn this back around with Nisha here as well. FNG trying to save his buddy's life, and oh my goodness, FNG needs to run. He gets out of there at the last second, but the finger of death and the right clicks finishes off Puppey. Nisha trying to run, and Yapzor getting out of there. The Void, they've got him caught, and it looks like they decide instead to just go after Yapzor. Break comes out, and the punches to take down the Enigma.
Nice Hex from Lion, saving Alpha Ninja a bunch of damage from the Lycan and saving his life.
Even Lycan is going for Midas.
Really? He had Dominator queued up before. Okay, he's Dominator now, Midas. Okay. Oh, boy. Does Secret have the better Tricore? Just goes late.
Well, Lycan is gonna fall off, but with Hand of Midas, his items are gonna come online more quickly. Viper is a beast. I wonder what his next item is gonna be. If he decides to go for like a mech with Arcane Boots upgraded to Guardian Greaves.
Could be kind of cool. I mean, that's the thing too, is that you still got to worry about this Enigma in the late game.
Yeah, they didn't. Same again, didn't really pick any big answers to the Enigma, even though it was picked very early.
Here's the answer. You ready for this?
Hit me with it.
Late game. The Storm gets an Abyssal Blade and then balls through over the top of the Black Hole.
All right.
That's the dream right there.
All right, that's some next level stuff.
Saw the Atos used there. Wasn't really any follow-up afterwards, but it does show some of the danger of this lineup. And Secret, they've got their eyes onto Afterlife. They find the stun, but he is dropping very low very quickly and barely gets out of there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
All right, well, Secret are just trucking, apparently. Straight onto the tier 2.
I mean, this is the strength of it, right? You got Eidolons, you got Wolves, you got the Dominator creep, and
yeah, this is what Viper is good at. Viper is good at just rallying his team around him and going and hitting some buildings.
Yeah, and he can use Nether Toxin twice. 5 seconds cooldown, 8-second duration. It's really good for zoning them out.
And this is just a tier 3 tower in 13 minutes. Secret are like, screw it. We want this game to be over. All heroes mid. This is not what Night Stalker deals with well.
And they're pushing tier 3 tower with 3 Midases.
Oh, jump forward though. They found Puppey in the back line. He's going to use the Fate to keep himself alive. And can they get Afterlife out of here? Very low on mana, HP, but does manage to escape. And they're just trying to push this out. There's no answer right now from Gambit. Maybe a Courier Snipe? They're going to send it up to the north instead. And Immersion trying to bring him down. They find the Finger of Death kill as well. Able to bring down one. Now a second as Puppey also hits the deck. Zai deciding to stick around, and they're going to buy back on the Oracle, who's going to TP to mid. I don't know if he's going to be able to get here in time as this fight is still carrying on. Oh, they kill off FNG with that Infest combo. And Ninja could think about chasing this one down. They're going to just secure that Dominator creep, but tier 3 taken, 15 minutes.
I think they could have finished their axe there. I don't know. Maybe it would have cost them one more life, but
yeah, but it would be worth it. And Puppey bought back for nothing. They didn't manage to find any ultis. Everyone already died, and they needed to fall back.
I think they were so strong that fight because the Ursa didn't have his blink, but he's got it now, so he's not going to get kited nearly as much by the Viper. It's not going to be so difficult for him to approach the fights. Can just team up with the Lion.
Nisha gets caught there right at the end. They got him. That is going to be a dead Lycan, and they have a Hex here onto another. Meanwhile, the Silence has been able to catch out mid one, but who's really catching who, as they've already lost Immersion. And it looks like Zai, seeing if he can kill off and finish FNG, is eventually going to die as well. So a double kill for mid one, and about 1,000 gold lead. Secret, who've turned it up in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, this Viper is a beast. Road of Atos, drums, just continues to farm up with the Nether Toxin. It's a huge problem because Team Secret is playing 5-man Dota, and Night Stalker is not that effective. If he goes in, gets struck by Viper ulti, he's gonna die.
Yeah, this is a tough one. And I mean, again, you look at the kill score right now, 14-7, but it does still feel like Secret have this timing window before the heroes of Gambit come online where they can do a lot of damage. And this is in spite of having those Midases that you were talking about. Immersion in a little bit of trouble, but this is a fast disco pony.
Something's wrong. If a team with 3 Midases is pushing your tier 3 tower 15 minutes in, that should not happen.
No. Ninja trying to control Puppey. Fate's Edict, and now using that false promise to keep him alive. Eventually will likely die here, but they've also been able to control Nisha. Root is down onto 2. Black Hole, it's only onto 1, and able to interrupt that one. Yapzor does get the kill onto Immersion, but in the end, they're going to be able to clean up the rest of Secret. Buyback coming from Immersion as they want to try and turn this fight back around even further and see if they can get the Hawk out of there. It is Afterlife that is just laying waste on this Night Stalker.
1 versus 5.
Atos down, Immersion, he ends up going down. That's a dieback. Can they kill this guy off? He's breaking the Hunter in the night. He can't do anything there. He's going to need to bottle up in between the damage over time coming through. And the triple kill from mid one secures it.
Man, they can't kill this Viper. If Ursa is dead and then they don't have enough damage to kill Viper.
Yeah. I love look at the Midas activations in the Viper.
You need, as a Team Secret, you need to keep fighting near neutral camps.
Yeah. That's right.
You have to use your Midases in the middle.
Dude, that's the majority of the gold win for them.
Yeah.
Just using the Midases.
I still think Gambit's lineup is like, at this point, they're still stronger at fighting. They're better in these little skirmishes, but the Viper is such a big problem. Mid one's build, I think, is pretty perfect this game. All of the little, like, he's got so many stats in his item build.
And took the talent, this +6 corrosive skin scats as well. Stats.
Yeah, he's super tanky. He's very difficult to do anything about. He did like all the damage in the previous fight as well, and now he has his double damage. So there you go.
Does have those Guardian Greaves queued up. And Secret getting eyes on Mr. Night Stalker. Atos there, got him caught, and this man...
You don't even need to use Viper Strike. There's so much damage. Time to go for a high ground.
I mean, this has always been the problem of Night Stalker as a hero, is you have great vision advantage, it allows you to gank well, but if they just 5-man and run at you...
Yeah, not just Night Stalker, Ursa, Storm Spirit, you want to get a pickup before you take a fight. Oh, look at this, Lifestealers inside of a wolf.
Oh, that's pretty nifty right there.
And
just jumps onto Immersion. Zai. What a guy.
He did not expect that.
No. He gives him the tip. He's like, all right, that was pretty cool.
Zai not even going for the Radiance. He went back for an Armlet. Secret trying to use this timing.
Oh, no. He's dead again. It's like, as soon as they see somebody walk towards them, they're like, oh, yeah, Atos, let's just kill him. The range of initiation, and that to me has been the biggest thing that's been shown up here for Secret, is like just initiating from so far away and punishing people that are overextended.
I don't think there's any reason for Night Stalker to die there. They had already made the decision that they are not taking that fight. They gave away the lane of Rax. There's towers up in both of the other 2 lanes, so 100% they're not taking that fight, and they just gave Secret a bonus kill.
I don't think there's not
Oh, it's
any
the wolf
reason
again.
not the first pick Viper every single game. Like, what is this hero is insane.
Dude, Lacoste, he's lost it. The wolves, the wolf. They got FNG. Dude, you're safe nowhere. This is more disgusting than like the Iron Shell wolves.
What happened to Viper is the lifesteal counter. That used to be a thing, right? He's actually pretty good against him as well if he's outside of rage.
All right, I'm calling it right now. Viper either banned or picked for the rest of the tournament.
The rest of the tournament. Oh my god. Secret showing their hand in potentially the least important match for them of this tournament. Now that would be an interesting one.
20 minutes, 6,000 gold lead for Secret, who have just completely blown this open, and Gambit feel like they have lost all agency in this game.
It feels like they don't know what to do. Guardian Greaves picked up on Viper. 2,000, exact number. I'm not rounding it up. HP on this snake.
Flying snake.
Is under attack.
He's like a dragon. In auto chess, he's a dragon.
Viper is a snake, right?
Well, yeah, look at him. Like, he's a flying snake. What else is a dragon but a flying snake?
Snakes don't have hands. Wings. I don't know. This is just too much. I watched a lot of National Geographic. I didn't see any dragons, to be honest. But new season of Game of Thrones coming out.
There you go.
So if it's on TV, it must be real, right?
It's not TV, it's HBO. Do you remember those commercials? No.
Are you plugging for HBO right now?
Yeah.
How much are they paying you? How much just got transferred into your bank account?
It's okay, nobody say anything.
Yeah, okay.
So 18 to 16, and again the Wolves going in from far away. Oh, they've got FNG. Give him the punch, and he's like, oh no, I can't do anything.
This is so funny to watch.
This is like the old school Infest the Hawk on Beastmaster. You just fly around. Oh, man.
God, it's like, you really can't go anywhere. And like, it's such a sneaky little initiation. It feels like they're almost going to need to like buy a gem or something to deal with it. But you're just going to lose the gem. And what are you going to do, kill every wolf?
Is there a game-changing item for Gambit here? Is like a BKB going to change everything? Blink Dagger on the Night Stalker is pretty good, but
I don't see any big items coming on their side. It feels like this game is over. It just needs time for Team Secret to group up and take all three sides.
maybe with the Ursa BKB they can kill
Radiant's top tower
the Viper.
has
They need a
fallen.
stun to land, and they need to initiate with the Night Stalker.
Look
at
at
the same
look
time.
at Viper's item build. Ghost Scepter queued up. He's not dying.
This guy. All right. Can they do it with the Bear Man? Dahak in the trees, ready to jump.
Radiant's
It ain't gonna happen. They got the creep though. They got that creep. And the fact that they have Puppy behind him can just spam Purifying Flames. They're gonna need to jump. But this team fight is gonna be real hard to make work. They're inside of a bigger wolf over to the side here. Yapsor, they drop down the black hole onto him. No way to break it in the BKB, controlling the Bear Man. He's gonna be saved afterwards. And lo and behold, Afro Ninja
All
there
in.
can't do anything
On
at
Enigma.
all. That is going to be a dead.
GG's
Well, just
called.
GG, it's over.
Good guys, Team Secret. They could feel that our food just arrived and they don't want us to eat cold food. Thank you
Amazing.
very much.
And in the end, this match did not matter. The whole series did matter, as Team Secret are going to secure themselves the top seed in the group, going 9-1, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. And they get to play against the second seed from the other group, which is still to be determined.
Yep. In the other games, we're not going to do any spoilers, but we did see that Forward lost game number 1. It looks like, spoiler alert for all you folks out there, OG were up 2-0. They just finished off FTD as well. Not really a huge surprise there, but it does mean that the only series that's left that really matters is, can Mineski 2-0 and keep their tournament lives alive, or is it going to be Forward that are going to be moving on instead? But gents, Secret, have we seen anybody that looks like they can compete with them?
I don't think so.
No.
Team Secret just looks on another level. They just won a major. They showed extremely good performance, picking heroes that were not that popular. You can feel that they have a lot of stuff prepared.
Yeah, it still doesn't feel like anyone's shown us a way to beat them in the drafts necessarily. Like there hasn't been a single moment where, based on the bans or anything like that, that Secret looks stumped. I'd like to see maybe a few more mid one heroes getting banned out, but the problem with mid one and Zai is that they're just playing so much different stuff. So
Right.
even if you ban their like top 3, top 4 heroes, then you're giving the other person an amazing game on one of their favorite heroes, and they still probably have something up their sleeve anyway. So the drafting still seems really, really difficult, and even then the play is still better from Secret.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for Group A, at least from this stream. Still the main stream that's going to be going on, I believe. As you saw down in the corner there just a second ago, be sure to keep your votes getting in there for the MVP. Somebody wants to win a Mercedes, and right now it's looking like it could potentially be Nisha. That'd be a cool story. Win an MVP in your home turf, in your home, it'd be really nice. But obviously, it'd be good for anybody to win a Mercedes, because that's a pretty nice car. And we're going to just transition right on into that, to taking a short break. So stay tuned, everybody. Group B will be coming up in just a few.